The new Gen 11 is a term used in Blue Lock to label the best young talents in the entire world. Not just good, not just rising stars, but we're talking about the elite of the elite. These guys are sitting right on the edge of full world-class status. They're past the level of youth prodigies and have already started making waves. And when I mean waves, it ain't in normal leagues, it's in the pro scenes like the best clubs or the World Cup. Players like Kaiser, Saer, and even Loki are already influencing major matches in top-tier European clubs, which says a lot. And the craziest part, most of them are still developing and growing. We haven't even seen all of their weapons yet. Some were still holding back in the Neo-Egoist League, some haven't even made their full entrance into the story. It's like watching the beginning of a storm. You can feel the pressure building up, and you know something insane is coming once the World Cup arc hits. It's not just Japan versus the world anymore. It's the new blood versus the old gods. Michael Kaiser is one of the most prominent faces of the new Gen 11, and for good reason. From the moment he stepped into Blue Lock, he didn't just act like a king, he proved it. His backstory isn't fully revealed yet, but based on how he carries himself and how he talks, we can tell he's someone who's had to climb a brutal ladder to get where he is. Growing up in Germany, in one of the most ruthless football cultures out there, probably molded him into this calculated and ego-driven player. His backstory is even worse. He basically was abandoned by his mother and brutally abused by his father. There was a point in Kaiser's life where he was even arrested by the police, but thank God the mysterious Ray Dark, also known as FIFA's president, arrived to lend him a help. After going through literally everything, his predator eye and metavision came into his favor as it helps him to read the field in insane detail, predicting plays and outmaneuvering opponents before they even react. Combine that with the Kaiser impact, his signature strike that mixes speed, curve, and precision, and you've got a lethal forward. Plus, he's backed by other variants of shots like Magnus Impact or Magnus Pass, a kind of overall player that's just really hard to predict. But here's where it gets juicy. Kaiser, for all his hype, took a fat loss to Asagi. He was humbled, hard, and now people are questioning if he's already peaked. The big theory is that Kaiser's going to go through a major character arc during the World Cup. Either he evolves and becomes even more dangerous, or he crashes under the weight of his own ego. Personally, I think we haven't seen the real Kaiser yet. If anything, that loss might have lit a fire under him, and we could see a version of him that's colder, smarter, and even more terrifying than before. Now a player often compared to Kaiser, Saer Itoshi. He is a whole different beast. Unlike Kaiser, Saer isn't loud. He doesn't need to talk big because everything he does on the pitch speaks volumes. He was once Japan's golden boy, a striker with unlimited potential. But after moving to Spain, something changed. He abandoned the striker role and switched to being a midfielder. That switch alone says a lot. It's like a king giving up his crown. The big mystery is why? Some fans think he couldn't keep up with the level of strikers in Spain and decided to play a more cerebral role. Others think he met someone who shattered his confidence, and that's where Bunny Aglesius might come in. There's a solid theory that Bunny and Saer had a rivalry back in Spain. We saw how Saer got infuriated, like his face became a hot, lousy tomato after seeing Bunny score a crazy goal in the professional scenes, so it's possible that Bunny was the one who forced Saer to evolve or step aside. Now, Saer plays like a conductor, orchestrating plays with metavision that's almost poetic. His style is called Beautiful Destruction, and it fits. He breaks teams down with surgical precision, all while looking like he's barely trying. But under that calm, there's definitely something boiling. You can tell he's still carrying weight from his past. Maybe regret, maybe vengeance. If he runs into Bunny again in the World Cup, things might explode. And who knows, that could be the trigger Saer needs to unlock a new level or fall back into the shadows for good. Then, the most underrated new gen character is easily Don Lorenzo. While everyone's focused on flashy attackers and flashy goals, Don is out here shutting down the best players in the world like it's light work. His origin story? Straight up gritty. Before Snuffy found him, he was homeless, literally surviving on the streets. That kind of background builds a different mentality. Don's not playing for trophies or fame. He's playing like his life depends on it, because at one point, it actually did. And that hunger is what makes him terrifying. His playing style is chaotic, almost zombie-like. He moves weird, he defends weird, but it works. He shut down Kaiser, he clamped Baru, he embarrassed elite attackers while not even using his full strength. Just like Saer, Don was holding back during the NEL. That raises the question, what does full-power Don Lorenzo actually look like? We might find out during the World Cup arc, and if we do, attackers like Isagi and Rin better watch their backs, because this guy's not just a wall, he's a wall with fangs. Now, let's talk about Bunny Aglesius, the mysterious new face that has everyone buzzing. We haven't seen much of him yet, but what we have seen is enough to send chills. He plays for Spain's first team. Not youth, not U20, the actual senior national team. That alone means he's already recognized as one of the best. He's got a long scar running down his face, a completely cold personality, and the type of vibe that says, I've been through war. There's a growing theory that Bunny was Saer's rival back in Spain, and maybe even the reason Saer dropped the striker role. Maybe Bunny humiliated him. Maybe they had a brutal clash that left scars, physically and mentally. And now they might meet again, not as club teammates, but as enemies on the world stage. Bunny's weapon is still a mystery, but if he's starting for Spain, it has to be insane. It could be a fusion of explosive dribbling, brutal finishing, and maybe even metavision of his own. With his cold attitude and possible personal beef with Saer, Bunny might end up being one of the central villains or dark horses of the World Cup arc. And honestly, I can't wait to see what he's hiding. Moreover, there's a character that most people are curious about is Julian Loki. He is already one of the fastest characters in the series, and possibly one of the smartest too. He's the coach of PXG, yeah. But let's not forget, the fact that he was able to balance both Rin and Shido in the same team says a lot. He's also a certified baller. While it hasn't been officially confirmed in the story yet, Henri dropped a heavy hint that Loki's a member of the new Gen 11, because when those interviewers asked if Loki will be playing in the U20 World Cup against players like Rin and Kaiser, Henri just agreed to it, so this may be a big hint that he's both a master and a new gen character about to break his limit towards the best players in the world. His speed is just unreal, his reaction time is next level, and he carries this calm, almost scary confidence. But what really makes him interesting is his past. In one scene, he tells Nagi, "You will learn fear one day," and that line hints at something deeper. Maybe Loki was once a top prospect who suffered a huge downfall, injury, failure, betrayal, something that changed the way he saw the game. There's a theory that he rebuilt himself through pure work ethic and discipline, which is why he now mentors others instead of chasing the spotlight. But if Loki ever decides to step onto the pitch again, especially during the World Cup, he could be one of the most unstoppable forces in the tournament. His combination of raw speed, high IQ, and possible past trauma could make him the most complete player Blue Lock has ever shown. And the craziest thing, we're not done yet. The new Gen 11 is just the beginning. So far, we've seen stars from Japan, Germany, Spain, France, and Italy. But what about Brazil? What about China? Argentina? There's a whole world of monsters out there that we haven't met yet. Imagine a Brazilian dribbler with Ronaldinho-level creativity, or a Chinese tactician who plays football like a chess grandmaster. The World Cup arc is going to be the ultimate stage, not just for Japan to prove themselves, but for the next generation to take over. The new Gen 11 we know now? They might not even be the final boss. There are players waiting in the shadows with weapons and stories we haven't even touched yet. And when that stage lights up, it's going to be chaotic. Beautiful, ego-fueled chaos. But if you like the theories so far, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe so we can make more of these bangers for you guys in the future.